Today on the Express, it's all about having fun and playing games. Right, guys?
Yeah!
On today's show,
Well, it really is to think about playing games in a new way.
game show at the Surrey Art Centre. Coquitlam's Team Diabetes champion.
I was surprised, even with myself, that I could finish it off.
It's really important for me to be able to go somewhere and get all of my sort of one-stop shopping beauty needs done.
Steveston's one-stop beauty shop.
Okay, I think I'll go with that one.
Playful or acrobatic?
Adventures at the Vancouver Aquarium. See that and more local expression.
If you look closely on the bottom, you also notice a couple southern stingrays.
Welcome to the Express at the Surrey Art Centre. I'm Johanna. We have a super fun show today with some great people on it. Mixologists, beauty specialists, dolphin trainers, and we're also touring an art exhibit that's all about games. Now, on a personal note, you may have heard that I'm training to run a half marathon in Reykjavik, Iceland next August. And I'm not sure what I'm in for, but our next guest sure is. And he's going to share his memories and his motivation.
Bruce Sarvis is still running, months after he completed a half marathon in Iceland with Team Diabetes.
There we go, 2:45.
This is home video he took from the finish line.
Hello. The anticipation would build, and I'd sort of pick up a little bit more momentum and speed up a little more, and gradually everybody kept cheering on more and more as he reached the finish, and it was just an amazing experience.
Bruce has a special reason for running. He was diagnosed with diabetes 4 years ago, around the same time his daughter was born.
I take insulin every day. Every time I eat, I have to take it. Every hour I get a little bit. I have an insulin pump that's constantly feeding me a supply.
It was just a learning experience for both of us, and it was a great time to happen because of all the change at once.
Maybe we need a bigger bottom. Oh no! Our kids are 2 and 4, Michaela and Bruce Jr. They're great. They're sort of my inspiration for doing everything.
And his kids have reason to be proud of their dad. Bruce raised over $6,000 for Team Diabetes.
He likes to do a lot of fundraising for different things. So when he told me that he was going to do the diabetes run, and he said he had to raise $6,100, and I was like, what? You have to raise how much? I'm like, are you sure we can do this?
Coming up the last 200 meters. I decided to take a proactive approach. I'm going to do some fundraising. I'm going to make this happen. I didn't honestly expect that I'd be able to do it. I was surprised, even with myself, that I could finish it off.
Bruce says being a dad and living with diabetes has inspired him to set a good example for his kids and raise awareness for the disease.
Myself living with diabetes, my children are pretty aware of it, and they know what my insulin pump is. They know about my testers and the tubing and all the supplies that I use. But what I want to instill in them is a sense of sort of social responsibility, being able to go out into the world and working to make a difference for other people, not only themselves.
Definitely an inspiration to me, and so yeah. And yeah, it's definitely an inspiration to the kids. Oh yes, they're very proud of their daddy.
I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Coquitlam for the Express.
Go, Daddy!
Bruce's next challenge, rock the volcano in May. He's actually going to be climbing a volcano, and he's training and fundraising for that right now. So if you'd like to join Bruce in Costa Rica or join me in Iceland for the half marathon, the marathon, or the 10K, you can sign up at teamdiabetes.ca. You can also donate online. Now on our show, we know there's always time to learn something new and always time for play. And that's the theme of the new exhibit here at the Surrey Art Centre, Game Show.
Well, it really is to think about playing games in a new way.
Can't stop. I just want to keep doing this.
This is meant to be interacted with, and this is a piece by Colette Urban called The Gambler. And it's actually a piece that was constructed just after Expo 86, and she was sort of responding to the landscape of False Creek and the large piles of dirt and sand that had built up in advance of the construction of False Creek.
We've specifically selected this workshop for the children so they could explore play and see the tension and creativity in many of the art forms and texture and take it back to the class so they could think of incorporating it in their own artwork.
Ta-da!
They are 6 and 7 years old. We brought them to view at art and to have an opportunity to create art in their own way using clay.
So step number 2 is hold your ball in front of you.
There's 12 Canadian artists overall in the show, so there's artists from across the country, mainly British Columbia. Most of the work is either in the collection or in the process of being acquired, so it's a chance to show off our collection right now. We have a whole thread of work related to games and play, so that was one of the motives for the show.
That whole aspect of play, the playful use of architecture. And skateboarders create these very interesting maps of the city in their head of different spots, and that's what you see in the drawing, like spots around Vancouver where skateboarders will meet, they'll skate the spot, they'll create these interesting social relationships, these little micro-geographies around these architectural accidents.
You know the thing that I can't find on here though? Like there's tons to look at. The only thing I don't see anywhere is a skateboarder.
Yeah, it's like this sort of dystopic feel to the whole thing, this gray, and there's no people in it too. So I think there's something interesting about just architecture on its own.
So what I'd like to do now.
Art's a great medium to learn because when you learn with art, it goes to a deeper level of understanding with the children.
I want to go back to school. Game show runs until December 19th here at the Surrey Art Centre. And later on today's show, we'll tour the other exhibit, Deep Play, which is all about World Cup soccer. But right now, it's a whirlwind on the beauty scene. We're taking you to a place where you can get Yaletown glamour head to toe, smack in the middle of Steveston.
It's another busy day for Johanna Stewart.
Well, what time are you finished? I work for an airline, I'm a flight attendant, so I travel a lot. So the time that I do have here is really valuable. I have to get everything done in a short amount of time.
Johanna, like many women, takes pride in her appearance and likes to take care of herself.
Like most mums, tend to put ourselves at the bottom of the list, so it's really important for me to be able to go somewhere nearby and get all of my sort of one-stop shopping beauty needs done. Hi, Angela.
Hi, Johanna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
So when Lacquer Beauty Bar opened in Richmond over the summer, she was thrilled.
So I really wanted to have a beauty bar, which encompasses a blow-dry bar, a nail bar, and a wax, thread, and facial bar. And what it is it's about maintenance for women.
Angela Reddy owns Lacquer Beauty Bar. She opened the store in July in honor of her mom.
Every Saturday there was a party, so we would be going to one place to get waxing, and another place to get threading, and another place to get our hair set. And so I wanted to find something that allowed that sort of a venue that allowed for all 3 items or even more in one place.
Okay, I think I'll go with that one.
And for busy women like Johanna, it's the way to get everything done in just one visit.
Today it's about my curls, cleaning up my eyebrows, and a nice relaxing pedicure. It's so convenient, and I still feel like I'm downtown and where it's happening, and still feels glamorous. It's a great environment, it's relaxing and very chic.
It's an idea of not having to give up hygiene to go somewhere quick, to go somewhere that you feel like you're still getting a great spa appeal. You know, the hygiene is there, top of the line products, but you're being able to do it often because the price point allows you to.
This is my mom, and this is the reason that I started Lacquer Beauty Bar. She actually inspired me for all these years to take care of myself. And as you can see, she's taken really good care of herself. And we want to do that for everybody that comes through the beauty bar.
They do a great job, very professional, and the price point is perfect. You don't have to go sacrifice elegance for price point.
I'm Erin Shaw in Richmond for the Express.
Lacquer is best known for their triple play special, the Mani Pedi Eyebrow Thready. And you can find out more online at lacquerbeautybar.com. Now you're watching The Express, and we're going to take a short break. But when we come back, we've got more fun from all around the Lower Mainland.
After the break, cocktails and cockatiels.
But it's a 12-channel video installation by Haroon.
World Cup soccer meets world-class art.
Ooh. And voila.
So good.
You're watching local TV on The Express.